Hey everyone, a quick video about how to make a function that takes in an arbitrary number of arguments if you're interested in that kind of thing. I'll show a little application in the end. So it might be interesting if you're interested in making a game. Here's how you do it. Instead of putting in an argument name, you put an asterisk and then that argument. And then the computer knows that it's going to take in as many arguments as the user puts in. So, for example, this function prints now, we're going to print all these, and then it just prints all of those. So let's try printing it without using the asterisk. Notice what it does is the star args becomes a single tuple, which is called args, which has all of the parameters in it. Right, so it prints it out as a tuple. You can unpack that tuple if you want using the asterisk. Okay, let's say you also wanted a specific argument that needs to be there in addition to as many as the user wants to put in. So you could just use that. So you can put that in just like normal. Those have to come after any place where you have arbitrarily many arguments though. So when you put in a thing to have arbitrarily many arguments, all the variables that are not arbitrarily many have to come after. So this function prints hello name and then prints out the arguments. For each argument, it just prints it on its new line. Notice when you are setting the name, you have to write name equals in calling the function. So some functions are like that. You're going to be able to put in more than one thing, as many as you want, and then you're going to want to specify a certain thing. So for example, in iter tools, there's this function called product that allows you to take products of lists, essentially. So one item from each list in all possible combinations. But it also needs you to write how many times you want to repeat that. So here's how it looks. Iter tools product, and let's say you wanted to take all possible combinations of let's say pairs of these of numbers from this list. So you're going to have to actually use this, and you're going to have to say repeat equals to, because this product function is needing you to put in this argument repeat. Okay, let's see here. So this produces what's called an iterable, and we're not going to talk about that in this video. But what you can do is you can say for a comma b in this. That's going to go through all possible pairs of items from this list. And so you could, for example, print a and b, and then maybe there's some. And here's what that looks like. Okay, so just make sure that if you do have a function that requires a certain argument, that you write what that is. If you don't, then it doesn't work. It gives you an error saying missing one required keyword only argument name, because it doesn't know that Daniel was, being the last argument was supposed to be the name. You have to actually specify. Okay. You can also add optional or default arguments as well. So if you have a default argument where it's set equal to something, that's totally cool. You can use it just like always. You can have arbitrarily many arguments. Notice that to set this, you have to just write intro equals. So if you don't write intro equals true, then it's not going to write the intro. If we do write intro equals true, then it will set that argument. for our intro, we're just gonna say, now we're gonna print all these and then print them. So that's how that works. Okay, so here's an application possible, a possible application. Try making a function called play that takes in an arbitrarily long list of player names and a parameter called game that the user must specify. The function greets each player on their own line and tells you the kind of game that you've chosen to play. So that's specified by the game. And so if I call this function with Abdullah, Betsy, and Carolina, then put in game equals classic, then it should print welcome all these players, and then we're playing a classic game today. Try it. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day.